Most cruise packing videos teach you to pack for sunny pool decks and formal nights. But if you pack for Alaska the same way that you pack for the Caribbean, you will be in for a very cold, very wet reality check on board. Alaska's weather changes frequently. You could be cold in the morning, needing a jacket. By afternoon, it's warmer but rainy. You just need to be able to be prepared no matter what the situation is. In this video, I'm going to take you through the ultimate Alaska cruise packing video, what essentials you need to bring, what you can leave at home to make sure that you are prepared for your Alaskan cruise. Keep watching so you don't miss any of the essentials. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Summer with Fantasyworks Travel. If you love packing videos, cruise, stateroom tours, resort tours to help you get ready for your next vacation, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss another one of our videos. So we are going to talk about packing for Alaska. And first up, we are going to talk about the golden rule for packing for the Pacific Northwest, and that is layers. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this: layers are your superpower. You do not need to pack giant parkas, ski gear, snow boots, all the things that are going to take up a ton of space in your luggage. Instead, you want to use the 3-layer system, and that's what we're going to talk about. Bear with me because I am coming to you live from my closet. I don't normally film in my closet, but I felt like it was going to be the easiest today. So when I talk about layers, base layer, these are your short sleeve, your long sleeve t-shirts or thermals. So first up, I have a couple different things that I'm taking. I've got some base thermals that I got on Amazon. So pants and a long sleeve top that maybe I will use for those colder mornings or the glacier days to keep me a little bit warmer. I also have a pair of fleece lined leggings that I could wear underneath jeans or underneath pants. So those are going to keep me warm. And then I've got a couple of long sleeve, lightweight long sleeve shirts here just to wear underneath as a base layer if I don't want thermals, but I want something a little bit warmer. You could also use cardigans or something like that. But the second layer is your insulation layer. So this is the layer that's really going to keep you warmer. So for those, you could use sweatshirts or sweaters like these. You could also use a vest like this that is lined a little bit like that with your long sleeve underneath would be a great option. Or you could also use a fleece, like this is a Columbia fleece. I also have a lighter weight fleece that I will be using, or I'll be taking with me in case I need something a little bit lighter. You just never know. And then layer 3 needs to be an outer shell. So if it's rainy, it needs to be windproof, it needs to be waterproof. Alaska gets really soggy, especially in the glacier areas. This rain jacket, I got this on Amazon. So it's just a rain jacket. It zips. It also has buttons and it also has a hood. So definitely need to bring that. I didn't bring my coat over here. I'm also bringing a packable Columbia down jacket that rolls up really nicely for that outer layer that's also kind of waterproof. I have another like white vest right here that I'm going to bring as well. And then I've got a couple other like thermal shirts, like long sleeve thermals that I can wear underneath there. So those are kind of the things that I'm bringing to wear throughout the day when I'm on excursions. Also, I did want to show you, I got some hiking pants. I actually bought 3 pairs of these hiking pants on Amazon. So they have the elastic waist. They're very lightweight, so they're not really for warmth. So in this situation, I would wear my leggings or my thermals underneath these pants. But they've got zipper pockets on them, which is really nice. And they also have at the bottom, they can be cinched up to help keep water out as well. So I have 3 pairs of those pants. And then I have a couple of sweaters. And then I've got some jeans. So let's talk about daytime versus nighttime. So Alaska tends to be a little bit less stringent on their dining room dress code per se. Some nights you're in port really late, and so you can just wear what you were in port. You want to think smart casual, so maybe sweaters, maybe jeans, pants, something like that. You can bring some simple dresses. So that's what I'm doing, is I have a couple of like long sleeve dresses here that I might wear to dinner occasionally. And then also jeans and sweaters to, just in case. So I have a variety of both. And then definitely bring a swimsuit, because there's nothing better than hanging out on the sun deck in the hot tub as you go by snow-capped mountains and glaciers. It's just the best. Just make sure you bring a cozy sweatshirt to put on once you step out, because it will be a little cooler. Let's talk footwear, because if there's one thing that will ruin your day quicker, it will be not having the right footwear, especially when you're on excursions. You're going to get muddy, you're going to get wet. And depending on the type of excursion you're doing, you might be doing a lot of walking. So first I'm going to talk about a couple of different socks that I have. I've got these Columbia hike socks, and these are lightweight. They're merino wool, so they will keep me warm. They're water wicking, so those are going to be great. And then I also have these Dickies Mid Crew. They are moisture wicking socks as well. And you want to bring lots of extra socks. If you get some wet, you want to have additional ones that you can put on that night to make sure that you're comfortable. But socks are very, very important. I'm going to talk about shoes. So you really only need 4 different types of shoes here. You're going to want something that's waterproof, that has some traction for your excursions and the wet pool deck. So I'm going to show you, these are my Columbia hiking shoes. They are not a boot. They're very lightweight. Leave the snow boots at home, guys. You will not need that. Just something waterproof, something comfortable, something with traction like these on the bottom. These are Columbia. They are waterproof, and so I'm definitely going to be using these on some of those excursions. The second type of shoe that you will want are just some tennis shoes, just some casual tennis shoes to have on deck, to have while you're walking around the ship, something comfortable. The third pair are some casual dinner shoes, maybe some sandals or some comfy flats to wear. So I'm actually taking these sandals, which I got on Amazon and I absolutely love. I have 2 pair of these. They are the VJH Comfort. I can't remember what it stands for, but they're super comfortable. I'll probably take the tan ones because they go with literally everything. They have a strap-on back, but I went ahead and bought a pair in black because I love them so much and I wear them literally with every dress. I wear them with jeans. So that's probably what I will wear when we're going to dinner and stuff like that. Pair of shoes that you'll probably need would be like a flip-flop or a slide or something. So if you're going to the hot tub, if you're going to the spa, or if you're just walking around the ship and it's nice outside, you can just slip on and walk around easily. Okay, I changed directions on you. I want to take you over here where I have a lot of my other Alaskan essentials that you need for your cruise. Now, some of these things I take on every single cruise. Some of them are just Alaska specific, so we'll go through that. The first thing I want to mention though, since you are bringing a lot of bulky, heavier items with your jackets and your sweaters and also your scarf, I recommend bringing a scarf, as well as some gloves that are touch screens. So these are North Face gloves where they have the touch screen on the tip, so you can use your phone, you can use your camera while you're on excursions. And then also a hat. Just a beanie hat that you can wear to keep your ears and your face warm. This one is so cute. I got this on Amazon, and the top, this part actually comes off. So if you're not a fan of this, you can just remove it. So that's really, really nice. But since you are going to have all of these bulky items, I wanted to show you these vacuum seal bags that I will be bringing to help condense the storage in my luggage. So these are on Amazon. They have multi-pack, so there's different sizes, and it actually has a travel vacuum. So it recharges and you can literally just turn it on and suck the air out of it. So this is going to be great for those heavier items to stick down in the bottom of your suitcase. I would also recommend a same space, maybe wear your heaviest shoes or tennis shoes and a jacket on the airplane on the way there so that you can save a little bit of space that way. But these are a lifesaver when it comes to packing and helping save space because you can fit quite a lot in these without taking up a lot of extra space. Another thing I'm going to mention here is when you're walking around outside in the rain, I do not recommend an umbrella simply because some of the walkways could be a little bit tighter. You don't want to be hitting someone walking next to you with your umbrella. So just your raincoat with your hood. Now, sometimes those hoods don't stay on or they don't shield your face. So I actually recommend bringing like a ball cap that you can put underneath. So that way your eyes are a little bit more shielded from the water dropping off. But you're not carrying around a big bulky umbrella. Need for your excursions would be a waterproof day pack. Now this is the Waterfly brand. I got it on Amazon. I'll link it below. But it has a one strap, and I love that it has this pocket right here, which would be great for your phone, so you could easily access it while you're walking around for photos. It's got pockets on the side for a water bottle. It also has a front pouch here for you to easily access stuff. It's waterproof, and it's just an easy, lightweight thing for you to pack. It's also got additional pockets on the inside with a little hook here if you have keys or something you want to keep separate. But just a great little bag for you to carry on your excursions. It's not too bulky. We're on the topic of water bottles. I did want to mention this. You can bring whatever water bottle that you prefer to bring. This is actually a collapsible water bottle that I got on Amazon. So you can actually just collapse it when you're done drinking it, and it will condense for you. It also has a little keychain thing so you can hook it on a backpack, but these are really nifty for you to be able to just carry easily without worrying about the extra bulk. Another thing that is going to be, this probably will literally save your vacation, is these rechargeable hand warmers, and they're so cute. I got these on Amazon. They do recharge. They are magnetic, so they stick together, which is really nice to keep them. But yeah, you can put them in your pocket and you can recharge them and reuse them throughout your trip. So those are a lifesaver. They came with these little lanyards that you can hook onto them, and also a little bag to carry them in. Something that is essential to every cruise I take are magnetic hooks. So the cruise cabin walls are going to be magnetic, meaning you can use them for magnetic storage items that you find, to bins, to hanging items. I've always taken the smaller pack of hooks. However, since this time I'm going to have maybe rain jacket, something that might get wet that I might want to hang up, I purchased some stronger magnetic hooks. It doesn't say, they're just heavy duty. It doesn't say how much weight they hold, but I'm going to try these out just to be able to hold some of those items that I might want to dry and not just throw in the closet. Along with that, something else that I like to bring is a hanging organizer. This is really helpful to hold like sunscreen or little items throughout your vacation that you want to just have a little bit more organized. You can hang it on a metal hook in your stateroom and just keep your space a little bit tidier. I'd say one of the most important things for your Alaska cruise is a good set of binoculars. Now these are kind of more travel size ones. I purchased these on Amazon. They have great reviews. They work great. But binoculars can mean the difference between seeing just a speck or seeing a humpback whale's tail go back down into the ocean. So if you want to catch those spectacular wildlife sightings, a good pair of binoculars is essential to your Alaskan cruise. It comes with a little bag here. It also has like a hook on the back so you can hook it onto a backpack or something if you want, and it has a strap. Now, a couple of things you may not think about for an Alaskan cruise is sunscreen and sunglasses. Yes, that's right. When it's sunny outside and the sun is reflecting off of a white glacier, it is very, very bright. So you definitely want to protect yourself with some sunscreen and polarized sunglasses. That is important because with all of the reflections, you want to be able to see in the water, the wildlife. So polarized sunglasses are going to work best for your Alaskan cruise. Don't forget the SPF chapstick as well to keep your lips not only moist, but also protected from the sun. Cruise essential would be a waterproof phone pouch for your phone, just to carry around. If it starts raining or something, you want to still have access to your phone, but you want to keep it protected, so you can bring one of these waterproof phone cases. This could come in really helpful on rainy days. This is a microfiber towel that you can just throw in your backpack to take with you for an excursion. If you need to wipe something off, or if the seats are wet or whatever, you can use this to help just dry things off and just be really helpful. So a microfiber towel, I got this on Amazon too. I can link it below. One thing about Alaska, if you did not know, that during the summer months, there are lots and lots of hours of daylight. So if you are a light sleeper where you cannot sleep if there's the least bit of light coming into the room, I definitely recommend a sleep mask. I found this one in particular on Amazon. And the really cool thing about it is it actually is a Bluetooth speaker. So if you have problems sleeping, if there's any noise, that would be me. Hello, stompers above me. It actually has a music, so you can link it to your phone. It has earphones over here on the sides underneath, but it will also block the light. So this is going to be super helpful. I know for me, because I like it completely pitch dark when I'm sleeping, and if there's any disturbing noise above me, I won't be able to sleep. So this is definitely going to be a lifesaver. It also came with little earplugs too, if you don't want to play music but you just want earplugs. The most important things for any cruise or any travel in general is a rechargeable power bank. This one is actually pretty cool. I just got a new one. The thing I love about this is it actually plugs into the wall without the need for an extra charger, which will save space in your electronics bag with all the other chargers and everything that we have. So it just folds down, but then it also has a plug for every type of phone. So you have the USB-C here, and then I don't know what this one is called, but it used to be like the old Android plugs, I think. And then it also has the lightning cable on the other side. And then when you turn it on, it has like how much power is left in it. So this is going to be great. You're going to be using your phone a lot. Maybe you're using it for photos or videos. Maybe you're just out all day and it doesn't hold the charge very long. You definitely want to bring a rechargeable power bank so that you have access to your phone through the entire day. Some excursions are really long. I think one of mine, the train that goes all the way up and back, it's like 9 hours. So you want to make sure you can stay charged. A couple of other things I bring with me on every cruise are cruise approved wall outlets. There's usually not a lot of plugs in the cruise staterooms, so you want to make sure that you stay charged and you have space for everything you're bringing. So there's a couple of different varieties. There's this one which has like the European plug on it, but it also has 4 different regular plugs, including the 3-prong. It also has a USB-C and 2 USB-As. And then this one has the circular regular plug, also with 4 outlets, and then it just has all USB-As on it. So I always bring these just because I always have a lot of things that need to be charged and I want to make sure I have space for all of that. And then I found these, I think I found this like at Five Below or Dollar Tree or something, but they're little laundry bags that just zip up. And so it opens up to hold your dirty laundry. So I always bring one of these to hang in the closet. Always have a fan with me. This one is really cool because it's from Ship Ease on Amazon, but it actually has a stand, so you can stand it up, or if you don't have room on the teeny tiny little nightstand that they usually give you, it's actually magnetic. So it will magnetize to the wall, and then you can angle the fan however you would like. So I love this fan, and I take it with me on every single cruise I go on. One thing I noticed on my last Alaska cruise is that I did not leave enough space to bring things home, and I actually ended up having to purchase another bag while we were at port before we came home, just to have enough space for everything. So this is just an Alaska duffel bag that is packable, and I'm just going to throw it in so that if I need extra space to bring souvenirs home or something doesn't fit quite right on the way back, I just have an extra bag. Last thing that I always bring is the poopery sprays. These were actually really cute. They're the small travel size ones, but the venting in the bathrooms on some of the cruise ships are not the best. And so I always bring this just to keep it smelling fresh in the restroom, in the staterooms. So these are really great. It came in a 3-pack on Amazon, which is really cute. So these are going to be really helpful. Also, I found this travel wallet to hold my documents. This one is a family size, which is really great. It would actually hold 4 passports, so you can put your passports in here. It also has places for cards, for money. It's RFID protected, and it even has a little removable hook here if you had keys or like something that you wanted, like maybe your key card for the cruise or whatever you want. And then you can zip it up, and it has a strap. So just keep it handy. I don't know about you, but sometimes I fumble around trying to get all my stuff put back into place when I'm checking in at the airport. So this is going to be really helpful. Lastly, we will talk about medications. So of course you want to bring any medications that you are using on a day-to-day basis for sure. I always bring something for motion sickness. So there are several variations of this. You can get a prescription for a Dramamine from your doctor, the non-drowsy Dramamine. There's Bonine, which is non-drowsy tablets you can buy on Amazon. I will link those below. You can get the C-bands, which you actually wear on your wrist, and they do the pressure point. Those work great. And then they also have patches that you would put just behind your ear that last for 3 days. So those are all going to be helpful. The inside passage is fairly calm, but sometimes you will get out into the open ocean for a little bit, and it can be a little bit rocky. So it's always better to be prepared with this stuff. It's really expensive on board, so if you bring it, you'll save a little bit of money. I always bring Band-Aids as well, some Tums or Rolaids for heartburn or indigestion, Imodium in case I have a bad reaction to something I eat. You always want to be prepared there. And then I have my little travel medication. So I always take allergy medicine. Benadryl would be really good if you're hiking or you get into something and you just have an irritation to it. Benadryl would be good. Obviously, ibuprofen for headaches. Those type of things are all going to be helpful for you to have just in case, because you never know. And that is everything you need to pack for the perfect Alaska cruise. I have linked everything in the description down below, as well as a link to get my full Alaska cruise packing guide. So don't miss out on that. Make sure you get that. If you are looking for help planning your next Alaskan cruise vacation, Fantasyworks Travel, we do different groups every single year to Alaska. So make sure you reach out to us and get on one of our future group spaces that we have, and drop a comment below and let me know what ship are you sailing to Alaska on and what excursion are you most excited for. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next video. Happy cruising.